Riddhi, can you repeat this icebreaker question again, please?
Oh, yes. The icebreaker question is, what is that one scientific equipment which you find fascinating and why so? Would anyone like to go? If not, okay, yes.
Reminder, she is new into international cricket, and she's causing so many troubles, regardless of whatever team she's coming up against this year. Just a quick learner, as we spoke about what's the strength, the rhythm that she gets. So early on, the drop chance of Sidramin, then questioning her bowling that outside off stump line after 6 overs.
Is anyone is answering or what?
I guess someone was answering, but I was not, I don't think it was relevant to what I asked. Okay, we got some answers here. Ashmita has said, I guess magnifier, detail, and super detective. Right, nice. Santoshi has said, spectrophotometers. Okay, I like it because it analyzes the quality of water and food nicely. Okay, Anushka has said, the electron microscope. Okay, okay. Dapa Solomon has said, I find the incubation machine for premature baby fascinating, and how life survives in that machine is so fascinating to me. Okay, I agree. Okay, that was one good answer. Shrisha said microscope because it helps to see small things. Right. Okay, now that we have broken the ice, I shall go up ahead with the session. And now I would like to invite Gauri, who is the lead organizer, who is one of the lead organizers of Wiki Science competition. She would come up ahead and she would share about Wiki Science competition. Over to you, Gauri.
Hello everyone. So I joined with two devices, that's why this is happening. But can we have our PPT, please? Okay. We have. Can we go to page number one? Okay. So as Riddhi said, that this whole workshop is for Wiki Science Competition India, which is happening in India for the very first time locally. I welcome you all in this session and thank you for taking the time to join this session. And our simple goal is to, by this end of this session, you will know everything about Wiki Science competition. You feel confident to contribute to Wiki Science competition and empower the global movement. Next slide, please. Okay. So the workshop is for Wiki Science competition, and let me elaborate what is Wiki Science competition. So Wiki Science competition, WCS, is one of the world's largest international photography challenge. In this particular challenge, which held in every 2 years, we invite the scientists, students, researchers, photographers to submit photos around science, whether it is a lab experiment or microscopic events, nature observation, or space phenomena. We invite all these diversities or categories to put or click with these pictures and submit it to Wiki Science competition. And yeah. So after this, let me tell you a short history of this whole competition, how it got started. So it began in Estonia in 2011, and then it expanded across the Europe region by 2015 and 17. and it is a global movement. So can we have our next slide, please? Can we have our next slide, please? Okay. So, as I tell you earlier, that this is the very first time India is organizing this competition in their own way. So, it's the very first time in 2025 India is organizing this very large competition in their own pace. So, what is special about this whole competition is that additional edition of Wiki Science competition in India. That means we have a jury from India, we have a local outreach as a in our Indian universities, and then we have more and more opportunities for Indian scientists, Indian researchers, and students to contribute this whole competition and make their impact in international or national level. And okay. So, can we have a next slide, please? Now, the question is, why should you participate? If I said that if you want to participate in some competition, you have to find any solid reason to participate in this competition. So here are some few reasons that motivate you to participate in this particular event. The first one is prize and recognition. As this event is held on international and national level, so if you get selected or if your photo gets selected, you will get recognized by national or international level. That will that will make a greater impact in your profile. As I said, by the help of this WikiScience competition with the scientific images, you not only get recognition, but you also inspire others, you also educate others. Because science is not only in just all those high-end lab, it is all around us. So you can also inspire and educate the students, the peoples around you. And the last one is that you have to join this global movement where we need photos for the scientific image so that all the scientific experiment don't just reach out to only the labs but also flourish in our articles. So whenever our future students or researchers see the article, they can get a visual appearance of science as well. Next slide, please. Okay. So make this competition diversity and inclusive. We just take 8 categories to make this event or this competition inclusive. The first one is people in science, where you can submit the work that is related to some scientific things or any final field research or any teacher that is teaching science. Then we have microscopy. In microscopy images, you can take any image through microscope. If you are a research student, then you can just go to your lab, click the pictures, and just upload in this competition. Next, we have astronomy. As someone who is really interested in the stars, moons, you can click those pictures as well and submit it in this particular competition. Then we have special categories. This special category is a kind of unique visual appearance or unique visual pictures. You can submit that as well. Next slide, please. Okay. As I said, the science is not just limited to high-end lab or any complex experiment. Is it all around us? Then we also have a category that is science in everyday life. Then we have a category that is equipment, as our icebreaker question is also based on equipment. So we have a category that is equipment in science. Then we have our next category, science in chemistry. So as you all know, the science is something that contains physics and chemistry. So we have these 2 categories as well, science and chemistry and science and physics. You can submit any kind of chemical experiment or any kind of physics experiment in this category. Just click the pictures of any kind of chemical experiment and just put or submit in this Wiki Science competition. And one of the most important things we are including this year is mobile photography, that you don't need any kind of DSLR camera or a high resolution camera. You just take your phone, click some good scientific pictures and upload it in Wikiscience competition, and make this Wikiscience competition a global movement so India can also get recognized. Next slide, please. So just to motivate you all, I'll put some of the pictures that win in last few year of competition. You can see in the screen there are some pictures which are not any kind of high-end uh, uh, researches or an experiment. It's just a simple picture around us in environment. So this is something. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. So as I tell you that what is this competition, what are the categories we have now, the most important thing is how to participate in this particular competition. So here are some few steps that you can take, and these are some very simple steps you can take and just participate in this event and join the global movement. So the first one is we have our official website, that is wikisciencecompetition.in. You also get the link in chat box. Visit the website, read the guidelines. You can also visit to a meta and comments page. You can read the rules and the resolution of the picture, what the qualities of the picture, what are the do's and don'ts of the picture, and just read those rules. Then you have to create a Wikimedia Commons account. Then just prepare the image, click some beautiful and click some impactful scientific images. And the duration for this competition is 1 November to 15th of December, I guess. Okay. Yes, so just submit your entries in between this time span. And don't worry, we have Aruneshji with us who will tell you more about this as a hands-on workshop. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, as I said, there are some do's and don'ts which we have to keep in mind while uploading the pictures, while clicking the picture. Some do's are that upload original and high quality images, that you have the right, add a clear and detailed explanation of what is the thing, what is the scientific impact or the scientific method in this particular image. And the most important thing in Wikimedia Commons is licensing. Use a free license, that is CC by 4.0. Use this license while uploading your picture. Ensure that your picture meet a minimum 2 megapixel resolution, and choose the correct categories. As we have these 8 categories, then whatever the categories, just choose these categories wisely when you are uploading the pictures. And then there are some don'ts which you have to follow. These are that you don't have to add any kind of logos, watermarks, and text over the images. You don't have the right to upload those images which you don't have any kind of right. Don't submit any kind of copyrighted or restricted content which is harmful for this Wikimedia Commons ecosystem. And the last one is don't forget to provide the scientific context or detail for the particular picture. And next slide, please. Okay. As I said you that India also take participate in this particular competition earlier also. So this is a stat show that India is already got third rank in 2017 after Russia and United States. And but after that, we don't see India in such global rank. So it's our time to get uh, collectively get some pictures and recognize India on the international level as well. So we can get our India ranked in these few tables. And you can see on the screen that 1,074 scientific images are contributed by Indian participants, and there are 318 plus participants, in which there is 91% of new contributors. So there is no need to be a seasoned Wikimedian or seasoned Commons contributor to contribute or to take participate in this particular Wikiscience competition. If you are a newbie, you are also welcome to take part in this particular competition. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, so as I tell you that you have to click some pictures, so it is our responsibility also to tell you that where you can get these scientific pictures. And trust me, you don't need any kind of high-end labs or research laboratory or any kind of research grant for this. These are some simple things that you can take and just click those pictures. The first one is student project. As we all know that in our India, in our school life, we make many kind of student projects based on chemistry, physics. You can take pictures of that. You can, if you are a kind of research student, you can take pictures of microscopic views. Then everyone of us have some kind of labs in our college. So just go to your lab and see what are the pictures you can click and upload those pictures. And of course, nature is one of the most important thing that can kind of most of science in our environment. So you can also go to nature, just find some scientific images and upload that. Next slide, please. And there's some more. The first one is household. As I said, science is everywhere. And as you can see in the picture also that there's a cooker, which is, so science is everywhere. You can also click some pictures of your household things. People in science, as I said, there are many great researchers, scientists in India. You can also take pictures of them. Then go to your labs and just click the pictures of the equipments that you have. And the last one is astronomy. If you are someone who loves moons, you love the stars, and you can see anything scientific in that, just click the pictures and upload that. Next slide, please. And we end with this. And I request you all, if you want to be ambassador for this event, just DM us. And if you have any queries, just feel free to reach out to Wiki Science Competition, our official Gmail. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. This is our official website, and we also have Twitter as well. And at last, if you have any queries, just put it in the chat box, and you can ask any type of queries. Thank you.
Thank you, Gauri. That was a clear explanation. Also, I would like to mention that you all might get the link to the resources which are mentioned on the website of Wiki Science Competition, which will be shared in the chat. Further, without wasting any more time, I would like to, as it's my privilege today, to introduce our speaker for today, Arunesh Varadeji. Arunesh is an experienced contributor to Wikimedia Commons with over 1 lakh contributions spanning images of Indian history, arts, culture, and heritage. For the past 4 years, he has actively focused on categorization, structured organization of content, ensuring that knowledge on commons is accessible and well curated. Beyond his work on commons, Aruneshi has shared insights as an art and heritage writer and is recognized for clarifying copyright and licensing, making him a key resource for contributors and institutions alike. Today, he will guide us through best practices for uploading categorization and copyright basics on Wikimedia Commons with a focus on creating structured, accessible content. Welcome, Arineshi, and over to you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Riddhi, for the wonderful introduction. And thanks, Gauri, for introducing us to the competition. Thank you for that. So, yeah, hello, everyone. Good evening or good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. And yeah, let's dive right into the commons, basically. The commons upload, which is the underlining objective of this particular competition. So I'm sharing my screen. Let me know once it's up. I hope it's visible. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So first things first, in case you are yet to create an account on Commons or Wikipedia, what you can do is you can just open Wikimedia Commons and then create account, add your username, password, and all the details here, and just go ahead and log in. So it is pretty straightforward, and you can choose any username you want. It can be anonymous, or you can write your name as well. That is not a problem. It's up to you what you can do. So once you're logged in, it should look something like this. Just So once you're logged in, you should be able to see your username on the top right hand side. And these will be the other tools or resources that are available at your disposal. And this is the landing page for Wikimedia Commons, which would be hosting the Wiki Science competition for India. So now, in case you're wondering what is Wikimedia Commons, let's go to a Wikipedia page first and see how can we come to this particular page. So if you see, this particular page is an institution, is a astronomy and astrophysics institution based in Pune. And you can see there are several images here, this particular logo, this image, this sculpture, so on and so forth. And these are the prominent scientists, these are the founders. So what you can do is you can just go to tools and scroll down, and you can see there is this particular project called Wikimedia Commons. So if you click on this, you'll be able to see where all these images are hosted. So in short, Wikimedia Commons is basically a media repository for all the Wikimedia projects that we have. And the images can be used in all these projects. So if you see this Wikipedia, Wikinews, so on and so forth, and there are regional language Wikipedias as well. So in all, Wikimedia Commons is where the media is stored, be it the images, videos, sounds, or even 3D models are possible. And you can see this is the landing page basically, and this is a picture of the day, so on and so forth. There you can explore it at your convenience. Now, when it comes to uploading an images, what you can do is you can click on upload here. But since we have a specific campaign and all the links have been shared here in the chat. So if you see, this particular page is the campaign page for the WikiScience competition in India. And this is where you will be uploading the images. As of now, the contest is yet to start. So this is disabled. But what we'll do is we'll go to a specific test campaign site where we can just click on upload and try to upload one of the images. So this is a test campaign. And what I'll do is I'll just click on upload. And this is a common landing page for all the uploads. You'll be redirected to a uploaded wizard. And right here, you just need to select a media file that you want to upload. This is pretty straightforward. What you can do is you can just select. And I actually visited one of the institutions during the National Science Day earlier this year. And I have one of the images. I have many images, but I'll like to show one of the images from this. So this is basically GMRT, the Giant Meter Wave Radio Telescope, which is located in Narayangaon in Pune district of Maharashtra. So I'll just select one of the images. And what you can do is you can just select the image and go ahead. It will take a few seconds to upload. And then you can just continue. So before that, before I get into uploading, let's just look how a particular image looks on Commons. So this is another one of the scientific equipments at IUCA, which is the Foucault pendulum. So if you see, this is how our image page looks like. Once you upload an image to Commons, this is how it will look like. So you can see there's a title at the top. This is the image. There are various resolutions of this particular image, and then a section for caption. Then the summary section contains the description, date, source, who is the author, and the camera location. Then there's a specific section for license, which is very important, which we'll come to it in a bit. And then there's the metadata and the categories. So all these specifics that you see here, these are something which we define during the upload. So what we'll do is we'll just see one to one how it goes. So now I'm here and I'll just show this. So these are the steps that you need to follow. Firstly, is this your own work? So specifically in this particular campaign, we are looking for works which are created by your own. By own in the sense, the images that you have clicked on your own through your specific camera or mobile, however it goes. So you will have to select this work is entirely created by me. And then here comes the licensing part. So Creative Commons license is basically the license which is used across Wikimedia Commons. And there are different types of it, three basic types. The preferable one is this one, Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike 4.0, which means CC by SA. Or you can use CC by, which is Creative Commons Attribution License. Or if you feel like you just need to release it under a Creative Commons license without any attribution to you. So you can select this license. So if you want to read more about these particular licenses, you can just click on learn more and it will redirect you to the Creative Commons website and you can specifically read about what these licenses are. We'll also deep dive into it a bit later. But as of now, we'll just select Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike. So it basically means that whenever a particular person is reusing your image, what they need to do is attribute to you that you are the owner of this image and they have to share that particular image under the same license. So if you are using CC by SA to upload your image, the further image usage would be under the same license, which is CC by SA. So these 2 points are important and then you can just proceed to next. Now you see, this is an important part here and this will be directly reflecting here. So let me go. So this is the title, caption, and then the description, date. These are the subjects, which is part of structured data. I'll come back. I'll just explain that in a bit. And these are the categories and the location. So one of the important aspects is if you have the location enabled on a camera, be it your digital camera or mobile phone, it will automatically pick up the latitude and longitude of your particular image that is there, and then the date as well, date and the time. So these are the fields which you need not specifically uh, change if you have enabled it in your image. But the important parts are these, the title and the description, as well as the category. Okay. So title should be, in short, descriptive, and it should tell you what that particular image is. So as this is a particular antenna from the GMRT, that is the Giant Meter Wave Radio Telescope, this has a specific numbering. So this is antenna C3 from the Giant. This basically describes the image in brief, and then comes the description. So description should be as detailed as possible. You can mention which particular occasion or what is the functionality of that particular equipment. For example, this is a scientific equipment, right? So scientific equipment is one of the categories in the competition. So you can mention that this particular and further details can be added, like it was photographed on the Science Day 25. So what happens is this particular description is kind of a metadata basically. So when you try to search an image on Commons, search Wikimedia Commons, this title as well as the description is something which would be searched, and then a particular image would be um, you know, available to you in the search results. Okay. And then the category. So category is one of the important parts. What you can do is in general, just open a new tab and then just type category and say, for example, GMRT. So if you see, there should be a particular drop down coming up. If there's a no drop down coming up, you can just go to this particular section called search for pages containing this and just click on it. So as of now, I can see a category. So you can see this particular category already exists. So what I'll do is I'll just add this particular category. So you will have to just select this part and then add here. The important part is when you select it from the drop down, it should come up as a blue URL instead of a red URL. Say, for example, if I type child. So you see there is no particular drop down coming up in here. So that particular category does not exist basically. And then the basic idea about commons is that you have to be as descriptive as possible with the categories as well. But that does not mean that you have to add many categories. It should be specific to that particular image. So as a basic guideline, what you can do is just 3 points to remember while adding categories is what, when, and where. And categories should be set as deep as possible. So say, for example, I am in India, but there is a category for Maharashtra, and then there is a subcategory for Pune. So you need not add India, then Maharashtra, then Pune. What you can do is you can directly add Pune. But then there is a subcategory for buildings in Pune or structures in Pune district, basically. So what you can do is you can directly add that. But if you go to the main category here, the GMRT category, you can already see that these particular categories are already there. The structures in Pune district, and then radio astronomy in Maharashtra, radio interferometers, so on and so forth. So you need not add that. But one thing what you can do is you can add when this particular image was clicked. So as you can see, it was clicked in 2025 February. What I can add is I can add 2025 in Maharashtra. So you can see here there are several categories and I have February 2025 in Maharashtra. So I'll just add that and just select it. And there you go. So these three things are important: what, when, and where. So what is basically GMRT, and when and where is covering this, which is 2025 February in Maharashtra. Uh, you can add many categories, but then restrict to at least 3 or 4 maximum. Because then if you add other categories, it is difficult to find that particular image through that specific category. So be as specific as possible. So these three things are important: the title, the description, as well as the category. And this particular part is optional, but if you would like to do it, what you can do is if you go to this image and you see a specific section called structured data. All right. So, and it shows items ported in this file, which means what is depicted in this particular image. If so, you can see there is already a category or a Wikidata item. This actually links to Wikidata, which is a separate database altogether. But you can see a particular Wikidata item called Foucault's pendulum has been added. So what we can do is if you see a particular scientific equipment and you are able to search it in this particular section called main subjects visible in this work, say for example, I'll add in GMRT and you can see giant meter wave radio telescope. So if you select this, it will get added directly. And this is basically something which helps in querying your particular image. I'll come back to it a bit later, but yeah, this is how a upload page looks like. Just add the title, description, and the category. Main subjects are optional, and also limit to this to the particular subject that is visible in the work. You need not add many subjects together. Just add which is specific to that particular image. And that's all. Once you are okay with this particular details that are there, you can just click on publish files and there you go. It will take a few minutes to upload. And once you click on this image, you can see it is uploaded. So it is pretty straightforward. You just have to add the title. This is the image that it comes up, the description that we had added. And since it was your own work, it was my own work, the source is own work, and this is my file, the username and the camera location as well as the date was picked up automatically, which was part of the image metadata itself. And this is the license. So as I'd selected CC by SA license here, you can see this license has come up and a particular template will come up here, which will be coming up when it is live. As this is a test upload, these are the templates. And then you can see this is when the file was uploaded, it was uploaded by whom, and these are the dimensions of it. And this is the metadata which directly gets picked up from your image itself. And these are the categories. So you can see GMRT as well as February 2025 in Maharashtra that I've added. They have come up. And if I click on this particular category, you can see all the images which are part of this category. So you can see there are 187 images and then there are subcategories as well. Same goes for this particular category. So each and every category has subcategories and parent categories. So if this is a category, all the parent categories are linked here. And then there are subcategories. There is no subcategory in this particular category. But if we go to structures in this, so if you see, this is the main category. These are the subcategories, as you can see here. And these are the parent categories. So categories are quite important for identifying your images and searching your images. And another aspect which we briefly touched upon is structured data. So there is a separate project altogether called Wikidata, where a particular scientific equipment, for example, has an item of its own. And if we want to search images containing Foucault's pendulum, what we can do is we can run a query, add this particular item number, and we'll get all the images containing this particular scientific equipment, which is Foucault's pendulum. Given that it is added to all the images present on Commons. So this is an ongoing activity and this is certainly optional. But if you're interested in just making your images more descriptive, you can add this here. And you can always reach out to us to ask if there are any further questions regarding this particular section. But for basics, these are the important fields: the title, the description, the license, and the categories. I hope this is clear until now. If you have any questions, maybe we can take it later, I think, or should we take it now?
It depends on you, but I guess we have got a question here,
Mm-hmm.
Kavita ji, and she has asked that can we take a photo of portrait? I guess which is she's talking about her own work.
Mm-hmm.
And further, she has asked how to upload. Yeah.
Okay, so how to upload, I have already described in here. If there are any further questions, we can take it ahead once again later. But for portraits, is it a portrait of an actual person or portrait of a image which is already hanging? If that would be, if you could clarify that, that would be easier. So portraits are two different things, right?
I think, Arnesh, you can like she's not answering right now. So maybe you can just give an example of like any hanging portrait so that people get also a bit clarification. Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was speaking while being on mute.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, I said I hope she comes with more clarification. Anushka has asked, should the user edit the category of a file after uploading?
It can be edited if you are, if you think that it can be made better by editing it, you can certainly do it. But if you feel, if you're unsure of what particular category is to be added, then you can leave it as it is. That is not a problem. So both uh, things are possible basically. Yeah. So
Okay, and further, Natik has asked, is it okay to upload without the latitude and longitude?
yes, it is totally fine.
And I guess there was one more question. Prithvi asked that is GMAT compulsory? What is it?
Can you repeat?
Is GMAT compulsory? Was it? What is it? I'm not sure if his question is clear enough.
Yeah. I'm not sure what he,
Okay,
yeah,
probably he would need to come with more clarification.
yeah,
You can continue.
yes. Okay, so coming to portraits. Yeah.
Just check your chat for a second.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, all right, got it. Yeah. I was wondering if that might be the case, but okay. Okay, let's take this particular portrait for example. So this particular portrait is clicked of an actual person. So this is allowed, given that there is no issue for that particular person to, get it uploaded on Commons. And you can see this is the author and their own work. So these kinds of portraits are something which are permissible on Commons. But for example, if there is a photo on the wall, what happens is that particular image is an image of clicked by some other person already. So that is not our own work, but it depends on if that particular portrait is under public domain or is it something which is clicked recently. So in India, generally the images which are more than 60 years old are under public domain. So if you see any old images on hanging on the walls or any portraits, what you can do is you can just click those images and add on comments under a public domain license. But if in case if that particular image is brand new, then in that case you'll have to you can't upload it as your own work. You'll have to take the permission of the actual owner who has clicked that particular photo, and then you can upload it later. So in short, you can upload the images of the people, of the person whose portraits you have clicked on your own, but in general, the portraits that are there on the walls are not permissible in general. So that is about portraits. Any other questions?
Yeah, we have got more questions here. Akshat has asked, I don't have access to science labs and experiment. So how can I contribute in it? Like, can I upload images of plants and animals? Okay. This is related to Wiki science competition, I guess.
Yeah. So if you see, these are the specific categories that are allowed. So if you don't have access to the science labs, what you can do is just look around you. There is science everywhere, and you can upload in this particular category, science in everyday life. Basically, whatever you see around, whatever you observe, you can just use this particular category to upload your images. Basically, it should be related to science in some or the other way, but you are free to contribute in this particular category. You need not go into high-end labs or have access to certain equipments. There is something for everyone here. So that shouldn't be a problem. And this is the website, by the way, so you can browse through it at your own pace. Okay, any other questions? Otherwise, I'll just show some of the
One
images.
last question I guess you can take.
Yeah.
Shashank has asked, can I upload my own photo for my user page?
Yeah. But then you have to be a contributor to Commons or Wikimedia projects in general. And it is advisable to not upload it right away. If any other person is clicking that image, that would be preferable instead of you uploading it. But in general, your personal images are not allowed until and unless it is part of some other event, or just for user pages, it is not allowed actually. So try to avoid it.
Would you like to take
Because
another question, or you would like to go up ahead?
yeah, let's take one quick question, then I'll go to the next part.
Okay, so he has asked one more question. Can I change license after I have uploaded it already by any chance?
So the license can be changed. Yes, that is possible, but it should be a free license only. But it is certainly possible to change it. But it should be any other Creative Commons license itself.
Okay, thank you. I hope it answers his question well. You can carry on.
So I basically this is the competition page from France, and there are some of the images you can see here. And one of the specific points that I'd like to mention is this. If you see here, this is an image from the astronomy subject. And if you see here, there are these particular badges or tags linked to it. So you can see there is a featured picture, and then there is a quality image as well. And also, this is a very good example of how you should actually name or upload your images. So you can see there is a descriptive title, and then this is a very detailed description. You can see he has basically, this particular user has mentioned how this particular image was clicked, the equipment needed, the weather, and the photo execution. So this actually improves the value of this image. And there is a caption as well, which is also optional, but you can add it. And then you can see there are these tags, the feature picture, as well as the quality image. And then you can also see there are these many categories just to make this particular image visible across those categories. And these are also as deep as possible, which is the basic requirement. But you can see how descriptive it is overall. So this is one of the very good examples of how an image should be. And you can see how this particular image has been used across various Wikipedia projects. So these are several other language projects. There's Wiktionary, there's Wikipedia, so on and so forth. So what happens is if you upload a very good image, which has a high resolution, so you can see this is the resolution. And if you just open this image, you can see the details in it. So there is a specific section on Commons called as the quality images as well as the featured images. So you can see the details basically, and this is an incredible contribution basically, which has won in the astronomy section last year. So you can see the details in it, basically how wonderful it is. There is a specific section called as feature picture on Wikimedia Commons as well as quality images. So if your image has a certain benchmark and have it adheres to the guidelines which are stated in the quality image guidelines as well as feature picture guidelines. For feature pictures, there is actually a long process that goes in and everyone votes. So it takes time. But then for quality images, it is pretty straightforward and people do have to vote for it. But then it is comparatively easier to get a quality image given that you have clicked a image which has high resolution and which also depicts the subject clearly. There are specific guidelines for it. You can read through it, but you can basically see here that there are diagrams of photographs, which means certain quality standards, mostly technical in nature, and are valuable for Wikimedia projects. And same goes for feature pictures. So these are images from highly skilled creators that Wikimedia community has chosen as some of the highest quality on the site. So these are some of the factors which you can keep in mind while clicking your images as well as uploading. So make sure that you have, click, highlight the subject that you have clearly and make sure that it is high resolution so that it can be used across Wikimedia projects and outside of Wikimedia projects as well. Say, for example, if any researcher is looking to use your particular image in their research paper or in their publication, they can directly take it up from here and then publish it. So in that way, your particular image can be useful. And also across internet, there can be other websites, scientific websites, or other related blogs or so on and so forth. So there can be multiple use cases for it. So basic idea of uploading images on Commons is that your image is free for everyone to use with that's under that specific license. So as many images that you have for that particular subject, you can upload it. There is no limit to the number, but make sure that they are good quality and they contribute to the educational value of the entire project. And they have a reusability across various domains, which you can think of. So that is basically the ask when you upload images on Commons. Okay, so any more questions that we have?
Aranesh, can you please quickly cover the video formats as well? There was a question from Shisha in the chat if we can upload videos. So please can you quickly cover that one?
Sure. So actually for videos, there is a specific requirement. So you can click, obviously capture videos and upload it, but they have to be in a certain format. So if you see, there is a specific format called WebM. So you need, once you create your once you capture your MP4 videos, what you will have to do is there are certain tools which you can use to convert it to WebM and then upload it. And also there is another format called OGG. I think that is also acceptable. So there is a certain limitation on Commons as of now that you need to convert the videos to these particular formats. Only then you can upload it. But then there are tools available as well, which you can use and then convert it to these particular formats. And then once you convert it, you can directly upload it from here. The same upload wizard will be available. So you can upload images, videos, as well as sounds. So even sounds can be uploaded from here, and there are 3D models as well. So 3D models are in the GLTF format and sounds are also, I think, in a specific format. Yeah, OGG. So actually the
Dot
sounds are in.
OGG.
Yeah,
Dot
the
OGG is the
.ogg file.
extension for O.
That's right. Yeah. So the MP3 files can't be uploaded directly. It should be either OGG or WAV. So these are.
Arnish, there is one update like now, yeah, earlier Commons was not supporting MP3 files, but now it
Mhm.
can. So you
Okay,
can
okay.
now upload the common MP3 as well.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. So yeah, images, videos, sounds, and 3D models all are allowed. So if you have anything related to Wikimedia science competition which fall under these particular category, not categories, but these particular media types, you can upload them. So yeah, that's all from my side. If there are any other questions, let us know. And Suez or Chino, if you'd like me to add anything, just let me know.
No, I think you covered very well. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it would be great if you
Arnish,
can.
Yeah, Chino, go ahead.
there was a question in the chat about the multiple file updates. So can you
Mhm.
quickly cover that?
Yes. So multiple file uploads are straightforward. You can just, I'll just take these for example. You can select multiple images, and once you go ahead, all these images will come up. It will take some time depending on the size that you have. So if the file size is large, then it will take some time. So you can select multiple images and go ahead. And now it's the same. You have to provide the same information. These works are created by me. And if you want, it is easier to provide same information for all files instead of going one by one in the individual file and then adding this particular information. So you can just select the default option. These works are created by me, and then select the option that I'd already told you. And this is the license and so on and so forth. And then add the title, the description, and subjects and the category. In this case, what you can do is, if you want to copy the title, caption, description to the subsequent images that are there below, you can select whatever you want to add or copy to the subsequent images or the multiple images that you have, and just copy selection to other uploads. And then it will come up as, it will get copied basically. But it is always desirable to keep the title as well as the description unique, so that the image has more value instead of adding that GMRT1, GMRT2, GMRT3, and so on and so forth, because that does not make really any sense. But if it is depicting the same subject, then it's fine. But if it is depicting different subjects, then obviously it is better to just add the descriptive title and description accordingly. Yeah, I hope that is fine for multiple uploads.
Okay, thank you, Aranishi. We are on time. Also, that was a great explanation. Lastly, I would like to invite Suyeshi, and I guess he would like to share a few words with all of us here.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Arnish. This is really one of the very wonderful session I ever had. Um,
Thank you. I'm
like
glad.
true value to the workshop, and thank you for that. And basically, I'm here just to thanks to one of our partner who is supporting by providing their Zoom account access to us, and I'm very much thankful to Taiwan from Wikilove Folklore who facilitated this whole recordings and this platform to support this workshop. Thank you so much, Taiwan and Wikilove Folklore team. Yeah, over to you, Riddhi.
Okay. So lastly, I feel like all those who are here. Probably you all would like to connect with us, and you all have got the links in the chat of all the links which we discussed today. And lastly, I feel like the recording has been turned off, and I guess it's the time for a group photo. So, yeah. Those who are comfortable can switch on their video.
Anish, can you quickly also share your contact, Telegram or your meta
Yes,
page?
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
because
Yeah, I
people
was
are
about
asking.
to do that. Yeah, yeah. Just quick. Yeah, so this is my QR code for Telegram. You can just scan it or just click an image for now. I hope it's visible.
yes, it is.
Yeah, okay. So if you have any questions regarding commons, categorization, or uploads, or anything regarding commons, you can contact me on Telegram. You can just click a photo or scan it for now. And that's all. I hope you're good.
Okay, I guess we are good to go. So, yeah. Okay, now who is going to take the group photo? That's the real question.
The facilitator.
Meanwhile, I'll just quickly answer to Kavita ji. Kavita ji, you can take photograph of any time. Like even if you have some photograph taken by maybe last year, it's fine. But you need to upload those photographs in that particular duration, that from 1st of November till 15th of December. So yeah. Photo can be clicked anytime, but yeah, it should be first time uploaded to Commons at that period only. Yes, who is good in very clicking all the pictures, because I can see only a big face, which is Riddhi right now. So
Okay, I shall take it. I shall take
yeah.
it. Okay, done. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Thank you again, once again, Arunesh, for this wonderful session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was my pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
having me
everyone.
here.
Thank you, Ronesh.
Thank you so much.
Okay.